What's up, guys?
What
What's
to do,
going on?
podcast crew?
Not much, guys. Hey, welcome in everybody to the We Don't Give a Flip podcast for tonight. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How
No,
y'all
it's just
doing?
us. It's just us.
Yep, Bob and Amanda left us for good.
Yeah.
They're never coming back.
Do we know if they made it down there safely?
Nope.
I haven't heard nothing.
Have you?
Earlier,
They're already sourcing.
Yeah, she said they were sourcing. She found a lot of little people.
Of course.
Yep, a lot of little people. So that'll be her little pictures here later. But we want to welcome everybody in. We have a special guest tonight. It is Michelle's Collects. So we are very excited to have her on. She has had, if you guys are not familiar with her, she has had extreme awesome growth. I think she's only been on there for what, 1 year roughly, right?
I think somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah,
Not very
guys, you guys want to pay attention, take some notes because this girl is on fire. And
She's on fire.
she is. So take notes, ask some questions at the end because I have a feeling this lady right here is going to give us a lot of information on how she got so quickly to almost 20,000 items sold, and 9,000 followers. We've been on now for a little bit, a year, and we come nowhere close. So she right now is on fire. She's doing everything right. So we can't wait to pick her brain. But before we get to that, what you guys got going on? What's your week been like? What's your whatnot shows? You guys have been doing 2 raid trains this week. So
I had
you guys
my
been busy.
vintage. Once a month, I'm doing vintage plush and toys 2004 and older.
I love how you have to put the 2004 there.
I want to do 2025. I wanted to do
2005?
Yeah. Anyways, and then of course our Wednesday plush and toy raid train.
Yep. And you guys are getting ready for the next Tuesday, right?
Oh,
No,
The Disney?
first Tuesday of the month.
it's not next Tuesday.
Next
it's
Tuesday's the last day of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, because Wednesday's the
Yeah, I'm
first.
thinking of October. Yeah. So it's going to be
Yeah,
the following. Okay.
the Disney. So right now we got 3 trains going on. 2 of them
Yeah.
are only once a month, and then the regular Wednesday train.
And I have noticed you guys have had some new sellers on there. So you guys are
Yes.
definitely getting a lot of reach out from a lot of people, I hear.
Yes,
Yep.
it's been going great.
Yeah. Well, you guys also are the longest running raid train. So I think the word's
Plush
getting out.
and toy. I don't know.
Yes,
Well,
We
plus
don't.
plus
That's not a definite. We don't know for sure, but I would like to think we are. We've been doing it for
2 years.
well over a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you. It's a lot of fun for us. So,
Thank you.
now we just got to get this one here to take that leap and go with Christine and do something in the morning. Some morning coffee with Mel and Christine.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep.
Tomorrow's our 17th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Nice.
Any major plans? Just probably, let me guess, sourcing and lunch.
Yep.
Nice.
Hit up
Nice.
some garage sales, hit up some thrift stores, get something to eat.
Who gets to choose lunch on the anniversary day? Smart boy. Smart. You bet. It's very
So
smart.
we have a church sale tomorrow.
Church sale?
Oh, I wish we
really,
did.
yeah, one that we really enjoy going to. They really have a lot of good stuff. Usually they do 2 a year.
Yeah.
So we hit this when we missed the spring one, didn't we?
We missed the spring one because we had a big sale that we could not miss. But this guy, he does rain or shine. They've got a big tents. They've got
They put tents up. They have a pavilion.
pavilions everywhere. I mean, and it's packed with a lot of goodies, and they're very fair. But we always give extra to the church anyway. But you
Yeah,
come out of there with a lot of great
It's by
items.
donation.
Yeah.
But yeah, we usually give a little bit more and
Yeah. Then we're gonna hit
an estate sale.
estate sale, and then Saturday I have to return back to that estate sale that we're actually running our first estate sale. So I went up.
Awesome.
Went up last week, took all the pictures, went through the attic and went through the first house, made our piles of what's trash, what we want to put in the estate sale. They started staging stuff. So I've worked up all the spreadsheet from all the pictures. Now phase 2 goes up and we get to start picking some items we want. And the first house is already sick. I can't wait to get to the house to see
Right.
So, but that's all we got on tap. She's going to stay at home and have a little relaxed time. So
I'm working on getting planned. Our youngest daughter is turning 16 October 6th, and we have family coming in next. Yeah, we're working on doing a party and
she's
party planning.
And she's going to hook us up, and we're going to get on Etsy. So we're going to try another area. So
Good.
Getting us
Awesome.
going on Etsy. Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah. But hey, I know everybody didn't come here to see us because they see enough of us. So why don't we bring the lady of the hour on and let's
Bring her on.
a bit. Let's go.
You.
And there she is.
Hello.
When the music was going, I didn't read that you guys could see me, and I was sitting here dancing, and then I was like, "Oh, host can see you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, they can see me."
We always dance.
We saw it all.
I was like, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me, though. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you for being here. So what's up with you? How's your day been? What's your week been like?
Today was good. I went sourcing, obviously. Pick the kid. I drop the kids off. I come home. Sometimes I'll lay in bed for a few minutes, and make my coffee, have my breakfast, and then I go sourcing. I come home and I'll list a few things, and then I go pick my kids up from school, and then we either do dance or soccer, and then dinner, of course. So Michelle did a special dance. But it's just been chill. Week's been crazy. Yesterday, my kids had half a day of school, and I went to I dropped them off. I went to 4 thrift stores, and then by the time I was done with that, I had to go pick them up. I was like, well, there goes my day. Done by noon. But no, it's been good, chill. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary, honestly, and I think that's a good thing.
Always is.
Jeff said if we all get neck tattoos ourselves, we'll go really hard.
Yeah, that's the only reason, a tax write-off type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess I need to get, I've got the back done and all that. I guess I need to get a throat tattoo of the, our logo for the We Don't Give a Flipped in.
Yeah. I recommend.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's easy peasy.
Yeah, but it's addicting, isn't it?
It is, but then it's it is. I only have 3. This was my 3rd one, but I would just I plan and I plan and I plan, and I'm like, oh, one day I'll get there.
Yeah.
One day. It's so much time, and it's
it is.
it's the recovery is also a pain in the back. It's just
Yeah.
it's a lot.
I keep trying to save up to get a full sleeve and stuff, but somebody keeps sourcing all my money away.
No, I get that. I get that.
I knew you were talking about.
How did it feel on the neck compared to the shoulder up here on the shoulder?
So this one, my first was my back down my spine. It's both my kids were born in April, so it's April flowers, and that one was fine. It was my first one, so it was obviously spicy, and then this was my second one, and it goes it's my whole entire, and then it went up my neck, and this was 7.5 hours. And it was on my collarbone. That I almost tapped out, but I was I'm not coming back for a second session. That's just not an option.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this was only 3.5 hours, and this was a breeze, because it's just a bunch of dots. It's not dragging and shading.
Yeah.
It's just literally all dots. So it was it tickled, here and there, and when he went up on my jaw, that kind of hurt, but out of all 3 of them, this was my least painful and the best recovery wise. My shoulder was a pain in the ass for recovery because it was it's a lot of ink in one spot. So that was not my favorite. That's why the other one's not done yet.
No giraffe tattoo, huh?
Huh?
No giraffe tattoo, huh?
No, not yet. I'm just mostly flowers. Mostly flowers is the vibes right now.
Nice. Well, we were talking about your extreme growth. How the heck did you were you just on constantly? Were you promoting yourself? What were you doing because you've reached excellent heights in such a quick time?
And I feel a lot of it honestly happened within the past few months. If I'm going to be honest, past maybe 4 or 5 months. I know February, I think, is our 2 year or 1 year. I don't remember. Time is just, it goes by so fast, so quick. And but we started with storage units, and I think like our first show, I shipped like this swan glass bowl thing, and it arrived in pieces, and then like our next show, we did only clothes. We only did clothes for a period of time, and we would have really nice pieces, and we would have these regulars that would come in, and they lived in Miami, and I had this awesome jacket, and I was like, I want 25 for it. He's like, well, what about 15? And so my husband's like, let's flip a coin, and you call heads or tails. We won, so they paid the 25 type of thing. And like, we just always try to like interact with our people. We have people that have been with us since our first show. We call them our A1 day ones that pop in, so we are just like so thankful for them. But honestly, our like growth follower wise, I think has really been the last like 4 or 5 months. Philly Flipper got me on primetime raid train on Sundays, and that really helped me a lot, pushed me like to the next level. And I was just like, I didn't know this was possible, like to do, because I worked in hospitality. I've been in the restaurant since 14, 15 years old, Yeah. And then finally I was just like, enough's enough. Time to, hang out with my kids more, spend time with my husband more and stuff like that. So, and just like dedicating the time, like I would hate to go live. I was like, I don't want to go live. Like, it just felt like pulling teeth. My husband's like, just get out there, go live. And then as soon as I went live, it was just like, okay, I would stay on till 4 a.m. when I first started.
You just had to prove to yourself that you could do it. That's it.
Yeah. Just like constantly going. And then I would do like every other day. And then sometimes like, I'd be like, I'm going live every single day this week. And I'll do it. I'll go live every single day, sometimes twice a day if I have to. But, just like what's manageable. Usually I'm a nighttime going live just because my kids are asleep. I've done a few during the day, like my jewelry shows I've done during the day, and I've had good results with that. And I really enjoy that. So that's kind of something we're throwing in the mix with our curated shows. But it's just crazy. Like today, someone that I was at the bins with, he's like, oh, like, what's your username? And I typed it in for him. He's like, cool, thanks. He walked away. He's like, you have almost 9,000 followers. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how. I'm just like, I'm just in my garage hanging out. I just pick things I like, I don't always Google image everything or comp everything. Like most of the stuff I pick, it's because I genuinely enjoy it. And I think like, some of my people have been with me from the beginning. They tell me what they like. One of our regulars, she had a baby. So like I was getting baby stuff for her. She was telling me the theme, and, so I would like specifically source for them. We also do like a lot of hats and stuff. And so I have like the hat thing, and you bookmark it. So when I run hats, all my hat people, coming to the show. And I have one guy that spent like, he's the A1 day one, and he's been with us since the beginning, and thousands of hats he's bought from me. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of freaking hats, dude.
Yeah.
And he still comes and buys hats. He'll fill up a box.
There he is right there.
Does that hat look familiar? I got that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Just like everyone that always comes back and supports us. And I just appreciate everyone so much that hangs out with me, even if you're not shopping with me, just in the chat. Yeah. That's all that I, care about.
You make your shows fun. People, you talk to them, they'll come back because they want to enjoy your shows, and the fact that you enjoy the items you're presenting, you have something to talk about them instead of just holding something up like, hey, I got this, here it is. But you actually get excited about it too, and that gets them excited. We've been in your shows enough to see how you act and stuff, and your shows are very enjoyable. You know a lot about your items, which is great for a buyer. So that's like the plus side. Growing up, I hated shopping, like clothes shopping, any type of shopping. I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm not going. Like, just pick it out for me. If I don't like it, return it, type of thing. And now it's like, I feel like I'm everyone's like personal shopper. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like out here shopping, and I'm like, this is not who I was growing up. I hated shopping. You know what I mean? As a teenager and stuff. But my sister, my mom, they were like shopaholics.
always at the mall, always at Victoria's Secret, Dillard's, Macy's. And I'm like, this sucks. Can we go get a pretzel or something? You know what I mean? And now I'm like the other way around. I'm like, all right, let's go visit every single store we can go into with the sale sign up.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun when you can, I mean, because we do the same thing. We take requests and we write it down if we don't have it. It's kind of fun to bring something to somebody and see, oh man, I've been looking for that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good. For us, it's like a treasure hunt too.
I enjoy that. I enjoy finding something that, you know, somebody pops in the show and they're like, hey, I'm looking for this, you know, and keep an eye out. And Sean and I have been really good at finding the requests lately. And, you know, we'll come back in our show the next weekend and they're like, oh my gosh, you found it. I'm like, yep, there it is.
Granted, some of it is luck, you know, because when you're setting this, but it's just fun that, hey, you know what, we found this. We can't wait to get back and go live and hope they come in because
I know.
It's fun to see their faces.
I'm like a kid in a candy store because when I find something, I have to run. I'm like, Sean, look what I just found it. You know, this person came in and they're asking for it, and here it is. I just found it, and I'm so excited for it. So
I have one. She loves Lady and the Tramp. So anytime I find like Lady and the Tramp, I'll like message her. I'll be like, I found Lady and the Tramp. We had like a vinyl record, and it had like printed on like both sides. It was Lady and the Tramp with like the spaghetti scene and stuff. And I was like, please don't go anywhere. I'm gonna run this for you real quick. No pressure, but just in case. And then like, so she bought it. I was happy. I was like, I'm glad it's going to people that enjoy it, like truly like it. You know, I went on a hiatus and I bought tons and tons of Ray Dunn, which was that was, you know, I don't know if you ever shipped Ray Dunn or done like an all ceramic show like that, but oh dear Lord, that was awful. And I just had so much left. I finally, my local pickup people, I was like, I will give this to you at an amazing price if you just come and pick it up from my house. And they were like true Ray Dunn lovers. He built his wife like a shelf for all her mugs. And he's like, yeah, I'll take everything. I'm like, thank you so much. I don't have to give it. I'm like, I'm glad it's going to you guys who truly, like, his wife is obsessed with Ray Dunn. I was like, there you go. I made your wife happy for a little bit more longer.
How did you get into reselling?
So my mother-in-law, she actually like had been on Whatnot for like 2 years prior before. She's like, you have to check out Whatnot. You have to check out Whatnot. And I was like, no, I'm not going to check out Whatnot. Like, you know, I just had my kid. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, sit in there swiping. I'm like, no, not my thing. I'm working in the restaurant. I was like, no. And then we moved to Ocala. We built a house and all this stuff. And I was still working in the restaurant industry. And it was just like late nights, working the weekends, working the holidays, not being with my kids. Like my mother-in-law picked up the kids every single day from school because I had to go to work, and then I would work, you know, the brunch shift Sunday, a double on Saturday, but that's obviously like where you make your money hospitality wise, not during the week on like a lunch shift. And, you know, so I was just like, you know what, let's just like jump into it. We did a little bit here and there before, like buying units and like selling on Facebook Marketplace. But like my husband's a teacher. I just was always in the hospitality industry. So it just was never like our main thing. And then I was just like, you know what, let's just like take this leap of faith and like, you know, try out Whatnot, do the live selling. We did eBay in the beginning. We didn't really have a good experience with it. So we kind of were like, let's just do Whatnot, see how it goes. And then Whatnot started kicking off, and I was making like, you know, $100, $200. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is almost like one shift. I'm working at the restaurant. I'm chilling in my house, like selling clothes. And then, you know, things just like, I've been at this one place for so long, and I was just like, at my 1 year mark at all the restaurants, I get burnt out. Like, oh, I've been here for a year. I've been eating the same food for a year, drinking the same beer for a year. I'm like, oh, this is just like is just not it. And I was just getting to the point where I was making consistently good money on Whatnot that I was able to put my all into it. And then I was able to just like, thankfully my boss was my brother-in-law. So I was just like, hey, you know, no hard feelings. I love you. But like, this is just not my journey anymore. I'm like, I need to really take that leap of faith, you know, be with my kids more, hang out with my husband more, you know, just be more present for them and just take this leap of faith and we did, and it just kind of like kicked off. We were buying units, and then we do yard sales, we go to the bins, and that just like, it's just been a complete like game changer. Like it blows my mind that this is what I do, and like this is my job.
Yeah. Now with your husband being a teacher, how do you guys get to go mainly like on the weekends together, and then it's just you mainly full time during the week because of his schedule?
So he's a high school teacher. So high school here starts at like 8:00. So, and he's an early riser. I will stay up all night long, but you try to wake me up in the morning, not a good idea. So he actually goes to the bins in the morning and stands in line and waits for them to open. And he's there for about 10, 15 minutes, and he'll fill his cart up with purses.
Wow.
All he needs is 15 minutes. And then he comes back, and we give coffee, kisses, and then he goes, and then I get dressed and I go to the bins, and everyone's like, your husband was in and out of here in 10 minutes. I've never seen someone fill up a cart so fast.
What time do your bins open?
He's pretty quick with it. He just, he does amazing. Like he does a lot in the morning in those 15 minutes, because he'll come home with just like bags.
That's crazy.
Stuff. And I'm like, you did this in 15 minutes at 7 a.m? Ugh. But I'm like, thank you.
Your bins opens at 7?
7 a.m, and then they do their last rotation at 4:00, but they stay open till 6.
Wow.
And then they reset the bins at night, and then in the morning when they get there, all they have to do is like line up the carts and then wait, and then yell shop, and everyone, I hate it. I absolutely hate going in the morning. I will not, because they let everyone run at like once, and it's just like animals throwing, and it's an actual zoo. And then on the weekends, we do yard sales, but we split up.
Well,
we cover more ground that way. And my mother-in-law also goes. She does yard sales as well. Like she'll go like Friday in the morning. She'll go Saturday, Sunday, and she'll pick up stuff. And then like my husband went to one the other day, and he scored all those Harleys and the 3D emblem and cameras and stuff. And so we just split up. Really, I never map anything out. I just drive, and I just see a sign, and I go. I know I probably should map it out, but sometimes, like I'll notice some of the same older people like going to the yard sales, and I'm like, you know what? I think they have it mapped out. I'm just going to follow them, and I'll just creep behind them.
Creeper.
They got it mapped out. I see him pulling out his paper and like crossing off the next address. I'm following that guy, and I'm quicker than him getting out of the car, racing up there. Yeah, we split up on the weekends, and we hardly ever like source together. We like sometimes we'll go as a family, like when we go to Orlando and stuff, like we'll go to a thrift store, and my kid's like, oh, not another thrift store, type of thing. But I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, we'll just go. Maybe you'll find a toy or something. They always end up getting a toy for like 25 cents. How can you say no? I can say no to that, rather than buying it at the store full price. So I justify it that way. That's how it works in my head. I'm like, it's cheaper that way. But yeah, we hardly ever really source together. But it's just, I am very lucky that he goes in the morning for me and helps me. And then I'm literally there maybe like 45 minutes after him. Sometimes like he'll leave the cart there, and just like you can either cover it up with a blanket, and it's like no one is allowed to touch it, and like they save it like that. And so then he doesn't have to pay for it, and then I go there and I pay for it and stuff like that. So because sometimes he'll take the business card, but then sometimes we're like, do you have my card? He's like, no, I paid for it today. I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I'll send you the money.
Now, do you guys both have favorite items you like to source when you go? I know you're looking maybe for customers, but is there something that your eye always gets drawn to that you prefer to source?
We really like the purses. We've gotten heavily into the purses, like the Coach bags, the Doonies, the Disney Doonies, the lounge flies, clearly. But we don't really like collect anything ourselves or like look for anything really. But we love Disney, anything Disney. We love it. We gravitate towards the Disney. But a lot of the purses has been like our big thing lately. And I think that's been like my game changer too on Whatnot lately. It's like I'll have more people in my purse shows than I will any of my other shows, and I'll be in the like the mid-range purse category. I hardly really run in the storage unit category lately.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but mostly just purses. So we really, even on and we don't just source at the bins, you know, we go to the yard sales and thrift stores, and we do a lot heavily on Facebook Marketplace. That's where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah. We're trying to get away from Facebook Marketplace just because we get hammered with scammers nonstop anymore, and it's just time consuming to try to navigate through who's real, who's screwing us and wasting our time.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, we've been lucky. We haven't, like, maybe once someone said, you know, okay, sold to you, and then when we're confirming, they're like, oh, I sold it, and we're like, well, that's fucking shitty. Like,
Yeah.
and then like the other day I had to drive like 30 minutes for a purse, and I was like, you know, I obviously asked her for less, and she said yes. And I was like, okay, I just want to make sure that like you're going to hold the purse for me because it's like a 30-minute drive. She's like, yes, but other people are interested. I said, okay. So like if other people are interested, it shouldn't matter. Like, but the message for the day of, I was like, hey, just letting you know I'm on my way. Is the purse still available? She's like, yeah, it's still here. And I got there and I got the purse, but I was just like, the way you worded it, lady.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm saving it, but other people are interested. Like, okay, is it a race to get there by 9:00? And like, we're going to be running up to the store to get the purse, but purse was secured.
Nice. So you do a lot of sourcing on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. A lot of the purses we do, the Loungefly buyouts, a lot of those come from Facebook Marketplace. We're like an hour 30, obviously with traffic more than that from Orlando. So we will drive to Orlando for the Loungefly buyouts. We did one there, and we made like a weekend of it with the kids, like booked a hotel room and met up with the lady and stuff, and did downtown Disney and stuff. And we scored like 26 bags from her, and some were new with tags, some were Junie bags, and like she was about to pop on her fourth kid. So I was like, I get it, girl. You got to make that money.
Yeah.
You know, four. I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, your husband's making you do this, isn't he? But yeah, and then like the other time, my mom lives 2 hours south of us, and so there was a lady there selling Loungeflies. So made a weekend of it. Took the kids; they got to see their Meemaw, you know, and then we got to, you know, source down there and see Paul and Nikki and stuff like that. So we just try to, like, if we have to drive somewhere, we try to make the most of it. Like we went to Daytona. We try to, you know, we did a family trip, but we're like, yeah, we should still source while we're down here, you know, just look at what else is available and stuff like that. So we just try to make the most of it, especially if the kids are with us. We try to make it fun for them too, and not just, you know, dragging them store to store.
Our Facebook is so overpriced.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
I see so much stuff I wanna, but
insane. It's like higher than eBay prices. Like, what are you guys?
Yeah, some of the yard sales here lately, they'll write eBay prices on it, and I'm just like, it's just so frustrating.
That's like live auctions. You know, I'll go to live auctions before Whatnot, I would go to live auctions, online auctions, and the price that people would pay, I'm like, do you just enjoy winning an auction? Because
I have to.
I can't believe the price you're paying on this.
Satisfaction.
Yeah. It's just
sometimes they will bid up items more expensive than what you can go in a store and actually buy them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I can't believe they do that.
Yeah.
We have a live auction house pretty close to us, but a lot of the people they have like thrift stores and stuff, and they'll, you know, they start high, and then you let them get down, you know, all right, $2, and then you know, we start, and then they keep going, and they're like, all right, $50, it's this little tiny bird. I'm like, how you can make money off that? Like, and even like with the storage units now, we haven't bought a storage unit in like 2-3 months maybe, just because the prices are just I just don't understand how any of these people are making money.
Yeah.
The prices that they spike them up to, and it's hot as heck in Florida. So I mean, your units in the AC are even going for more than that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think, you maybe they're new to the game, or maybe they see something I don't see. But I'm like, most of the time, me and my husband are like, we just don't see, like, realistically wise and like business wise, it's just not a smart move for us to like buy a unit right now, because it is a gamble. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, you can see what's in them. You can kind of tell, but most of the time it's just like, all right, am I about to drop, a couple $100 on it to be complete trash, and then I got to haul off that trash and pay for a U-Haul and pay for my dump, and then sell it on Whatnot for $1. So it's just like, it's just not a smart business move for us right now. Been lucky the past few times we try to buy like smaller ones, like 10 by 10, or just something small, and we've gotten lucky on those. Gotten like some, like a gold necklace, and we spent like $70 on the unit, so it's like, okay, perfect. But like, since we did that 10 by 45, I think that just honestly pumped right for us. We're like, shit. That 10 by 45 really shook us, that was tough, that one. But
what has been your best item you guys have found in storage units?
Well, in the 10 by 45, it was a reseller's unit. They had 5 of their units next to each other, all 10 by 45s.
Wow.
One was furniture, one was clothes, all in buckets and labeled Poshmark, eBay, XYZ. The other one was more furniture. Ours, it looked like they just closed their eyes and just threw the stuff in there and I know you guys saw some of those pictures, but they just piled it high, and I was like, we're never going to see the floor of this thing, a 10 by 45. I was like, let's just burn it. Let's just burn it all. You know what I mean? But it was just, we found 50 to 100 Jordan, Nikes, Airs, like sneakers in that thing. Like, we found a bunch of anime DVDs in there. It was a reseller. They bought units, and then just they couldn't keep up. They had 5 10 by 45s. You know what I mean? Like, it was, and then all of us were unloading it the same day. And we're all looking in each other's units and stuff like that. And like, we're like, this person only got furniture, and then they see mine, and it's just like jam, like clothes, bed frames, construction signs, like construction, like work ahead, like slow down, like TVs. TV in my master right now is from that. I got a nice Amazon Fire TV, a big old like 70-inch one. I was like, this baby's coming home with me. It just still works, you know what I mean? So we've got lucky on that one with a few things, but I mean, we had 12,000 pounds of trash from that unit that my husband had. And he was not happy with that. And then we had another small unit. She was a crafter, and she bought a lot of stuff off Temu. And we were there was just clothes, like, just shitty clothes, some good stuff like Y2K, like South Pole, baby fat stuff. And then I'm just like, you know what? These are all clothes. And my husband's like, no, we got to look through everything. I was like, okay, look through everything. And he like stops, and he's like, I'm like, what? And he pulls out a PlayStation 5 that they had put in the clothes in this random box. And he was like, oh, we're keeping this thing. Good stuff. They had like a Cricut in the clothes. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're going through all the clothes and checking every single thing. So it's just crazy. Like, we found so much stuff, and we've probably found stuff and sold it for pennies, and we didn't even know what it was. Because when you're just starting out, I'm like, oh, let's just run it. I don't know. I'm brand new to this. And now I'm like, all right, let's look up some things, not everything, but some things. I'm like, all right, I think this, I could,
you start getting the eye for it and knowing what to look for.
Yeah. I mean, even lately in my shows, like, I know everyone is obsessed with like the $1 starts, $2 starts, $3 starts. And I get it. Like, sometimes you have to do that to grow. And like, I did that. I did $1 starts, and but now I'm like, and I used to apologize. I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry, but like, I got to run this for $5. And then my friend, like, she's been a reseller for years. She's like, why do you apologize? She's like, if you have to run it higher, run it higher. She's like, you don't have to apologize to them. They're either going to buy it or they're not going to buy it.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So now, like, I'm just like, all right, I'm running this for $8, guys. Swipe if you want it. It's probably worth, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still giving y'all a great deal.
Exactly.
Right? So it's just like, and that just kind of like stuck with me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to apologize. If something's priced higher, it's priced higher because it's worth that. Exactly. Especially if I take my time to list it, take pictures of it, post it. I like displaying my shelves. Like that takes time.
Exactly.
So I just think that like, I mean, once you get to a certain point, like ask for what you want for stuff. You know what I mean? Like everyone just thinks you have to do, especially the reduced shipping. I used to not do reduced shipping, and then I did reduce shipping, and I did see a change, and it did like, it helped me out. And I was like, okay, I'm making more money. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? Like the shipping on Whatnot is so cheap compared to all the other places. Like my purse shows, like those purses get heavy. I'll have someone buy 30 purses in one show. I'm like, I mean, I'm still like, it's still, you know, you got to pay to, you know, make money, but still it's just like, you know what, I'm just going to switch off reduced shipping on some of my shows. So some of my shows, I don't do reduced shipping. Jewelry shows, I just have everyone pay their own shipping, and like maybe my random pulls, I'll do it, or my Disney shows if I think it'll like help me. Right. But most of the time, you know, I just feel like especially bigger sellers, you know, they try to sell like dollar starts, reduce shipping, like do what works for you.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're able to afford the $1 starts, $2 by all means, go for it, do it. Like it definitely draws a crowd in, you know, especially if you want to like clear inventory or something, you know, the title helps. But I just think doing like what works for you is just the best thing. And I just felt like I was always trying to do what everyone else was doing. And I was just like, you know what, like, screw this. Like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. My regulars, they come and see me and they come and hang out with me, and they know what I have. If I get new buyers, you know, that's awesome too. But like, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. If reduced shipping is going to be on, reduced shipping is going to be on. If not, you know what I mean? Like people are still going to buy from me and support me. I believe, I hope so. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
that's just like Coco said, it's your business. You run it the way you want, and you will attract the people that want to come.
And my people are absolutely amazing. Like the other week, I sent someone an extra backpack, a Michael Kors backpack in her order. She's been with me for so long. You know what I mean? I was just like, you know, other people, if I know they like, one girl I know, she likes strawberries. So I put like a strawberry plush in her box, you know, and like, I always try and go to like people that buy from me. If they are also sellers, I try to go to their shows and support them. If they're spending money with me, you know, I always try and go and support them the way they support me. Cause I just feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's like a one-way street.
I know it's a broken record. We all talk about the community stuff, but it is a good community.
Yeah.
But how the hell did you get hooked up with this crew right there? How did this come about?
I don't even know how I met. I know it was Gulf Coast Pickers who I was like the first, and then they had me. I was on one of their trains. I was on a few of their trains, and then I was put in an Instagram group chat, and I was just like, oh, okay, like I have all these reseller friends, you know, I don't have any, like, you know, I have 2 kids, I talk to my kids all day long, I don't have like friends in real life, you know what I mean? I was like, this is I had this, like, who are you texting? Like, my reseller friends, we're in a group chat, mind your business, you know what I mean? Like, leave me alone.
And then we met at the flea market.
I did. I scared the crap out of him at the flea market. My husband called me. He's like, I think this Gulf Coast Pickers guy is at the same booth as me. And Ryan was there, and he was looking at something, and I just like come up behind him, and I like grab the item out of his hand. I say, excuse me, sir, do you mind if I look at this? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then I think he realized it was me, and he was like, oh shit, it's just you. But yeah, no, it's great. The friendships that I've made, and like meeting them in real life and stuff like that. Like we did the Whatnot meetup in Tampa, meeting a bunch of people. They're like, oh my gosh, I watch you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It was just crazy. And just putting like faces and names to people that you see in your chat and stuff like that. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Do you ever travel to Source, or have you gone anywhere else for meetups outside of the Tampa area, or is that in the works, or?
I know there's another one coming up in November at Topgolf. I don't know if I'm going to go per se, but I do have, there's a family, and the mom, the dad, the daughter, their cousin, they all shop with me, and they're going to be going to Tampa. So I think we're going to probably make a trip to it, because my mom lives down there. We'll probably just make a trip down there, and I'll probably hang out with them outside of the, you know, meetup, just because the meetup was a lot. It feels very forceful to me. Like, all right, everyone talk to each other and network and this and that. And it doesn't feel like natural. It just felt very like forced. We were shoved into a tiny room type of vibes. So I'll probably go and like hang out with them outside of the meetup. Cause it's at Topgolf. Like, I don't really want to swing a golf. Like, that's not me. That's not me. Okay. But
well, we all know what Alicia would say if she was here about swinging the golf clubs, wouldn't we?
it's just not me. I probably would miss the ball. It'd be embarrassing. But I'll probably go down there and hang out with them, and like Paul and Nikki. I've gone down there. I've gone to their auction house actually down there. And they have a really nice auction house down there. But we just do like Daytona, Orlando, Tampa, Dunedin, Clearwater, Largo, just those type of areas. But we haven't been like outside of Florida sourcing wise.
We have a question from Gina. She says, I've noticed people bully the newer sellers for cheaper prices and they get aggressive at times. How do you all handle them, and what are your thoughts on what these sellers should tell the people? Anybody want to take that first? Michelle, Ryan? I guess that was addressed to all of us. So how do you guys handle that?
If someone like comes at me about my prices, like high or low, I just kind of like kick rocks type of thing. Like if you don't like it, just leave. You know what I mean? That's my type of vibe. Like, or when people come in, they're like, run a giveaway. Like, no, I will not.
Right.
You know, like, or like, what's the giveaway? It's free. I don't know. It's going to come in a white envelope. When it gets to you, you'll see, you know, type of thing. Like, I know people are like, I don't understand the bullying on the whatnot and I really don't understand that. I think it's your show. You're in charge of it. You know, if someone's being mean or aggressive, kick them out. You can remove them from the show. That doesn't block them. It just kicks them out from that show, and they can come to your future shows.
Yep.
But I mean, usually just hit remove or block. That's my favorite thing. I'll just either kick you out or block you because I don't have time for that. Like, I mean, we're all adults here type of thing. And just like, I don't know, I'm not with like the drama or this. I don't have time for it. Move on. Yeah. It's just, we're all here for the same thing. We're all here to make money. We all like selling plush, Disney, purses. Like, it's just kind of, it's your show. It's your show. You control it. If someone doesn't like it, okay.
If we can lower prices, we will. But we all know what we pay for this. Sometimes we have to pay up for a bigger item. So if we can, we don't mind helping out and dropping a little bit. But you know, you get people to come in. You have like a $20 item. Can you take $4 for it? $5? And it's like I'll be fair, and I'm a chill dude, and
we'll take a couple dollars.
I appreciate everybody, but I can't go that low. And then if you get mad, I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe somebody else may have it. So
I feel I like, especially me with my backpacks, like the lounge flies. Like, I mean, I still try to get them as cheap as I can, but I'm not paying like $2 for a lounge fly. Like that's just not happening. You know what I mean? And like people will hound me like, well, how about this? Well, it's my birthday, or this happened, or like, and I'm like, no, the answer is no. Like,
we've had people ask and say,
I mean, my price is my price. Like I'm so, if it's your birthday, happy birthday.
Right.
But maybe someone will send you birthday money and then you can buy it back.
Right.
Well, like, you know, everybody in the chat, wish them happy birthday, you know.
We've had people say, will you run it for 5? Let's say it was like 10. And we've had people say, will you run it for 5? And we're like, no, we're going to run it for 10. And then someone will say, run it for 10, I'll buy it. And then that person that asked for it will bid against the person that is just, you know, they like to do that. And I'm like, why would you ask for me to run it for 5?
I see someone being a cheapskate in my show, and then I go see them spending big bucks on somebody else's show. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't add up. I'm doing higher starts next time. That doesn't add up.
Yep. We had one seller when we first began. We've never seen her again, but she came in, she said, she put like, we bundled at times for that. And we've had like $70 worth of stuff put off to the side. She said, I don't get paid right now, so I'll pay you next week. Sure enough, what you just said, we went in and like 30 minutes later, she's in another show and she's buying shit left and right. And I'm like, I got a bundle over here of $70. You know, you took you took our generosity for advantage of us for it as a new sellers. They took advantage of us, and we're starting to learn a little bit more how to navigate through those. But
I don't feel like we've had anybody like necessarily bully us over prices, but I do feel at times we do get taken advantage of with our bundles and ghosted a lot. Now there's like people that we do have no problem holding stuff for. And they're usually really good at coming back and paying, but then some, you know, we get some new buyers that'll come in and they'll do the bundle and they'll take up maybe 20 minutes of our time. You know, we're picking things for them. And next thing they know, they roll out and never come back and pay for their items. So I do feel like we get taken advantage of because we do bundle more than we do items. But
do you guys ever just like think of just like picking it up, run it, picking it up, run it, picking it up?
We've tried it and it just doesn't work for us for some reason.
I told Christine and Ryan, as you've seen, I have so much stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see my husband. I'm like, look at this. You think I have plush? I'm like, look at these.
I know, and so it's like, what do I pick up in a 30-minute or an hour and hope that I'm getting the right person to come and get that specific item? So for us, it's like, do we just run it or just stick to scans? And like Christine and Ryan said, do what's best for us and
whatever works for you.
Works because we have so much.
Other people do, yeah.
Because
you'll try it. And you'll just drive yourself crazy. Like, and like for me personally, I know within my show, if I'm not running it, then nothing's happening. Like I have to keep running stuff because a lot of people they're not going to request it because they don't want someone else to bid. So
or the silent buyers. Yes. I'm like, come on, speak up, everybody. Tell me what you want.
I have a lot of silent buyers.
Yeah. No,
I into whatnot. Doing the scans. That's how we started doing scans. And I feel like that since we started that's kind of what everybody expects from us. They expect to come in and just, do the scans. And I mean, we did the $2 starts. We did $3 starts one time and we sold nothing. We went to scans. We started selling things. So it's weird. I don't know.
For each its own.
Yeah. What works for somebody may not work for somebody else. And
now the people, Mel, that come in your show and ask to see stuff and don't buy anything. You're getting used to those people too. Now when you see them ask for something, Sean, I've noticed, he says, I showed you that the other day. You know,
it's like if I have a show Friday and Saturday and I come in and showed you 30 Douglas and you can say, hey, do you have any new ones? I say, no. Can I still see them? No, because I can't. I'm not going to take away.
One last time, maybe I missed something. Maybe I blinked.
We also had somebody come in and be like, "Hey, I don't have any money. I don't want to buy. I just want to look. Can you show me your Care Bears?"
And they want to take 25 or 30 minutes away from potential sellers.
Yeah,
craziness.
That blows my mind. Who comes in there and says, hey, I have no money, but I want to look at your stuff. Like,
help, I'm poor, help me.
Stay in brick and mortar. We have a time schedule here. We got to sell our stuff.
Now, if you want to ask me, and if I have it and you want to come back, that's fine. But I don't have time to sit there and constantly scan for you.
Every single one.
Yeah. When people like are asking me for something and it's like, all right, we're like running in circles and this and that. I'm like, listen, shoot me a message. And half the time they don't shoot me a message. I'm like, you didn't even freaking want it. I'm like, I'll put it in the bite now. I'll work out a deal. I usually do that if a payment fails and they're not able to fix it and they do message me like, hey, XYZ, I'll be like, you know what? I'll put it in the bite now for what it's sold for, and you can buy it with your name on it and stuff like that. So I've done that before, but like most of the time when someone's like, oh, I want, or I'm looking for this and I know I have it, I'll be like, just shoot me a message and I'll work out a deal. I'll put it in the bite now, and half the time they don't even message me. So I'm like, okay, I didn't have to waste my time with that.
Exactly.
Move on to the next and actually sell to people that are going to buy and support me and, tell me what they want and, not just run in circles. Yeah. I ain't here to waste time.
I think they think this is all fun and games to a point, but they don't realize what goes behind the scenes at all of us all the time of doing everything and pictures, like you said before, changing out the setup constantly, going through inventory. It takes time, man.
Yeah.
And I like what 60 said. 60 was like, hey guys, I'm here trying to pay my bills too. Yes. So, we're not just here having fun and putting on a show.
Yeah.
There's
I'm here for a reason.
There's times where I feel like I'm busier now than when I was actually working my job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. That was something that I had to work on, like, because my shipping was consuming. Like, I spent more time shipping than I was selling. And my husband's like, this isn't gonna work. I'm like, we have to come up with a better shipping system. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So we came up with a new shipping shipping setup and selling setup, and it's just changed the game completely. I can pack my packages in like 30 minutes now.
Nice.
Boom. Done.
You worked out
The fact that she worked at Target, this lady's sitting there zipping the damn tape dispensers everywhere, and she gets through all the shipping. I'm anal when it comes to shipping. I go, like I think you probably watched the past episode. I get a lot of free shipping material, so I take the extra mile to make sure, even plush, I wrap the plush up in extra paper, make sure nothing gets damaged, wet, whatever. But the shipping, like you said, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it.
You're anal, all right.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
we got a system now where he'll package all the boxes and he'll bring them upstairs. And while he's still packaging, I've got them all taped up with the labels on, ready to go. So yeah, we
You didn't hear me, Tom?
What's that, brother?
I said you're anal, all right.
You need your sign.
Yeah, where's my sign? Oh, the Ryan Silk sign's over there.
How many times did you show the sign? You were
As
like,
many that thing is now going to be part of my show, and it's going to
Love it.
stay there because that's
it.
part of our Royal Rumble memorabilia. So when we get
Yes.
really big, we're gonna all sign it. We're gonna auction it off that Ryan sucks. Everybody knows it.
Nice. Michelle, if there's one thing you could change about Whatnot, what would it be?
Yes, let's get into it.
I would just honestly, so networking is important. Okay, it's important to make friends. It's important to show up for your friends who go live and stuff. But I think it's portrayed, from these bigger sellers that you have to be on Whatnot all the time. Like on the phone, watching lives, buying from people, buying the sponsorships, doing this, doing that. Like, that's just not realistic for some of us, because some of us I have younger kids. So some of us have other jobs. This isn't our main thing, I think for the people who are maybe single, don't have kids type of thing, maybe that is doable for them.
Right.
And it feels like they push it so hard to be you have to just be on Whatnot all the time and networking 24/7 and this and that and spending all the time. It's just not realistic. It's just not realistic to be on Whatnot, that much in the day, and, show up for your people type of thing. It's my thing. I'll show up, I go to Coco's, I pop into Gulf Coast Pickers, I pop into your guys' show, you know what I mean? I make my rounds and I support my people who support me and stuff like that. But I don't think it's being active is important, but I just wish that people wouldn't take it so seriously, and having to be in everybody's show and typing in the chat, helps if you're not buying, but I don't know. I just don't think it's realistic that some of these big sellers portray Whatnot to be, and having to, constantly be, buying the sponsorships and doing this and doing that. I just wish that wasn't a part of Whatnot, honestly. Yeah. The community chats, I think, help sometimes, but when they just turn into lollygagging and, it's just what it, you know what I mean? Podcasts belong on YouTube, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Put a podcast where a podcast goes. Podcasts aren't for Whatnot type of thing.
Right.
If you're doing community chats, have it actually be helpful and actually have it being community chats and not, watching people FaceTime type of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
If you're gonna be a community chat, actually be a community chat. If you're actually talking about shipping, talk about shipping. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the person that lives on my phone either. I'm not always at night, I'm doom scrolling. I think everyone does, but during the day, it's just not realistic for me to be on Whatnot 24/7. And maybe for the bigger sellers, it is important for them, but I don't see how it would be. But I feel like they just shove it down everyone's throat to just always be live on Whatnot and using the app and having it drain your battery and make it 100 degrees. I don't know what y'all stream on. I used to stream on my phone, and every single show, my phone would overheat and shut down, and I have to tape frozen peas to my phone. Everybody pause. I gotta go get my frozen peas. And they knew.
I'm happy you said that.
Yeah, the A1 day ones, they're please hold, she's getting the peas. She's getting I'm you sure? Yep, I sure am. But no, I love Whatnot. Everything's gonna have its ups and downs. Depop has its ups and downs, Poshmark has its ups and downs. just got to find out what works for you. Find the people that are your people. Don't try and, be in with the fake crowds, and, true colors always like reveal themselves type of thing. You'll know the good sellers and the good sellers. You know the shitty sellers and the shitty sellers. And maybe you have to screw up and order from them and support them for a while and then realize, oh, shit.
Realize it.
There's a lot of fake people that are screen time fake. You get them behind the scenes in real life. They are completely 180 and they are to the core.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love you too, Gina.
Oh, you got to watch that. That's Dobie Mom, by the way, Ryan.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah, I didn't know who that Gina was.
No, she is awesome, Michelle. So she'll be in all your shows eventually, but she is awesome. She's been with us from the beginning. We love her a lot. We appreciate Gina very,
Michelle, Jeff wants to know, how did you meet your husband?
Okay. I know. I asked him, I'm like, are you going to come in here? And he's like, I don't know, maybe. But I think he fell asleep in one of the kids' beds. It's usually what happens.
Take the phone to him and let's just all get him a wake-up call.
Go live on Whatnot first and then show him.
Yeah, go on live on Whatnot.
I know. He used to always be in the background of my Whatnot shows. And then, I would go on so late, he'd be asleep by the time I go live. So he doesn't, very rarely you'll hear him in my shows, but we've been together 10 years. He was a bartender at a restaurant, and I worked at Wing House for 8-9 years. I don't know, forever, too long. I worked there for too long. Mm-hmm. And I went to go get a second job, which was at this restaurant that my husband bartended at. And I walked in my Wing House uniform because I had to change into jeans and a t-shirt. And, we kind of made eye contact and we were just like, oh, hey, everything. And then I had already worked for my manager that was working there. And I was like, who's that guy behind the bar? And he's like, oh, that's John. I'm like, oh, you should give him my number. And so we went to dinner. I was working at Wing House. I got off one night and he was like, let's go get dinner. I was like, okay, I'm in my uniform though. He's like, doesn't matter. Wear the uniform type of thing. And so we went out to dinner and been together literally ever since.
Awesome.
I just, I kind of moved in on my own. I was like, hey, you got some space in your closet, right? Perfect. And I just got a puppy. Welcome. We've been together ever since, but it's just 10 years, 2 kids. We've built a beautiful house in Ocala. And he's just my hubby. He's amazing. Awesome. He's absolutely amazing. I'm very blessed to have him.
Now, what was his thoughts when you initially went? Now, you were the one that began reselling before him?
Yeah, I mean, he had done storage units before, and his parents years ago, they used to sell at flea markets and stuff. So they've done reselling in their lives before. And then we got into the storage units, and we would watch the show, The Storage Wars. We love that shit. And then we're like, we could do it. So we bought some. We started small and stuff like that. And then we were just posting on Facebook Marketplace. He would buy furniture and fix it up. He's a handyman. He can fix anything. So he just YouTubes it, watches a video and does it type of thing. So he would fix up the furniture, sell it. And then we got into storage units and he was the muscles and then I would sell it type of thing. And same thing now. He's the muscles and I sell it and I pack it and stuff like that. So he does the heavy lifting for me, builds my shelves and stuff like that, picks me up purses in the morning. But he's all for it. I mean, eventually I would love for him to not be a teacher and do this with me full time and we could put, our all into it, but it's unsure, his obviously teaching job is for sure money, he's all and this is just, it's just day to day.
Have you given it much thought with the way your growth has already taken to where if we hope you continue to keep going at this rate because we just never know. But have you thought at all to start planning? If you guys start growing so much, do you have the ability to bring in more items? Do you have the space?
Yeah,
we thinking about the scale.
So we're on 3 acres. We share it with his grandparents. So my kids' great grandparents. And so we have a shed in the back of the property. And then he's he wants to buy a shipping container and be a handyman and deck it out and like do AC and stuff like that. And we have our garage and stuff. So if we were to ever like get to that point, which I hope we could, you know what I mean? Just because we would be able to spend more time together. He wouldn't have to be a teacher and deal with what teachers have to deal with and X, Y, Z. But yeah, I think our end goal would always be for him to, you know, do this full time with me. I just, with our kids still being so young type of thing, it's just not a smart move for him to do it right now. But definitely in the future, like 1000%, we would be able to travel more for units and actually like, you know, get more units. And because now it's just me during the day. Like I could empty a unit myself. I'd bitch about it the entire time. You know, I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could do it because like that's what I did. Like when we had the other unit, I would just take my son with me to the storage unit. I'd go through it. I would bring home the good stuff, leave the trash there. He'd get off work after school, 4:00, drive straight to the unit, pick it up, all the trash, take it to the dump. Next day, do it all over again. So it's a lot of work. But like if he were to do this with me, it would obviously be more faster, more efficient, you know, because like he goes in the morning, I go during the day, I sell it. He used to help me with packing. He doesn't so much anymore just because I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I just get it done. Like he used to do it when I worked in the restaurant industry and I would go to work and like all my packages would still be everywhere. And I'd come home and he already had done them all and stuff like that. But now that like, this is my full-time thing, I just do it all myself. And then I always question him. I'm like, did you do that right? Did you make sure everything was in the box? Like, you drew it right? And he's like, oh my gosh, never mind. I won't do it. Like, thank you.
Jeff
has
a question.
know, what do you do with your reselling money?
Bills, baby. A lot of it obviously goes to my bills. Our mortgage isn't too incredibly bad on the house, thankfully. But yeah, a lot of it goes to my bills. We love to eat out as a family. Like we love hibachi. So a lot of it goes to hibachi. Our kids love the choo-choo train and the egg roll and they love it all. They love the fire and the flame. So a lot of it goes to the hibachi funds. But we do try to do like Disney spring trips. I don't actually take my kids to Disney. I don't have that type of money. But I take them to Disney Springs and they think it's Disney, and we just stay at like the resorts and they got the pools and you can ride the boat and all the other stuff. And so a lot of it though goes to bills because everything's so expensive.
Yeah. But you're making great memories with your kids. And this is what's awesome about this business is you get to stay at home with your children a lot more, which is crucial, which is great.
And my daughter loves going to the garage sales, loves it. She got her little pocketbook of money and she's like, I got this for $1. And sometimes they just give my stuff, they give the kids stuff. I'm like, ask for the Disney, ask for the Disney.
It's my birthday.
Ask if you can have the jelly cat type of thing. But yeah, they love it. Like my son, he used to love going to the bins with me. I would take him with me to the bins. He loves it. He'd be like, ooh, dinosaur. And someone hands him a dinosaur out of the bins. Like he loved it. So they love going to the thrift stores and being involved. And they know what I do. And they know they can't really touch my shelves, but sometimes they come and touch the shelves. And, ooh, what'd you get me? Type of thing. Oh, I like that. Like the Hello Kitty, that's probably going to be gone. My daughter's going to come in and snatch it.
Have you ever noticed stuff disappearing into their rooms from your shelf?
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? Where'd this come from? Or like a bucket of toys, and he'll like, can I have this? I'm like, yeah, you can play with it. And then he just like dumps it out, and I'm like, okay, there you go. But hello, Jack Treasures. That's my dad.
What up, Jack's Treasures?
Hey, I've seen him in an outfit in a dress. He may need a purse soon. So I know,
I got purses for you.
We've seen those pictures, Brian.
Definitely. Coco said, "Same with Nolani. Stuff disappears." Oops.
Yeah, everything. They're always grabbing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think with our kids being older, it's kind of the opposite. If we go out as a family and we see a yard sale sign, they'll be like, "No, Dad, please don't
Not
stop.
another one.
Not today.
Keep driving.
Yeah, Kenton used to love it. He got free stuff all the time.
All the time.
Now he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Since
they like it right now. So Let's hope it stays that
14, I
way.
would say at 13 he stopped wanting to go. He's like,
12
we
or
really,
13,
yeah,
yeah.
12 or 13. He was like,
Ah,
I just stay home, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
I was doing the same
I
thing.
took our youngest one time. She's the one that's turning 16 next week, or in about a week and a half or whatever. And we had a blast. She loved it, and I thought, oh, cool. I'm gonna have a buddy to go, yard selling with whenever Sean's busy. And yeah, it didn't last long.
nah, I'm gonna sleep.
Yep.
Yeah. Sleep is more.
I even
important.
told her we'll pay you to work with us. She said okay, and then she's like, "I mean, I got to get up and do something." I'm like, "Come on, you got the teenager mentality right now."
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to get me for lunch? If I come yard selling, where are we going to get lunch at?
Yeah. Are we going to Chick-fil-A? What's going on? Yeah, they always what's for
I wonder where
lunch.
she heard that from.
Well,
Mm.
it was coffee. It was
Yeah.
coffee. If you give me coffee, I'll go.
Ryan knows that's the only way he's getting me out of bed is get me coffee, and then we can go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
It happens, but hey, we get to spend time together. So.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Love that.
The chat have any questions for Michelle?
What you got going on this week in the weekend? Any shows coming up that you want to throw out there at all for everybody?
Let's see. I don't really have anything like big scheduled. I know I probably have like a Friday show scheduled. Just like probably my random pulls, hats and plushes and stuff like that. I don't know. I might have a show Sunday. I'm not Saturday night. My husband and I are going to have a dinner date because my mom's coming into town. I was like, are you spending the night? She said yes. I said, okay, well, John and I are going out for dinner. I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just telling you it's going to happen. I'll order y'all pizza, but you'll be fine. And then we always have our purse show on Monday nights, purses, wallets, totes, and it ranges from Coach, Kate Spade, Fossil, even just like regular purses. Not everything's going to like be high end or, mid-lux type of vibes.
Well, you are my purse girl. That's why I send you the pictures on there.
Yeah. No, I love educating people on it too. Even people like at the bins, the boys, they try to grab purses. And I'm like, listen, this is the first thing you're going to look for. If it's not there, just toss it back. And they're like, okay, I got you, stuff like that. So, I love helping people. And like even us, we still learn stuff about purses. My one girlfriend, she has a storage unit just full of purses. And she teaches me so much about the Coach bags and the names and this and that. So like we're still learning too ourselves, but it's just crazy. The brands and the prices for these purses too is just crazy.
Jeff wants to know, what kind of music do you like?
I like some country, some 80s rock, some like 2000 rap, not the new stuff. I don't know what they're doing with the new stuff, but I like older. I grew up listening to like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. My dad is older, so that type of stuff I do enjoy, and my kids also enjoy it too, which is nice. They don't listen to the stuff that's like the garbage.
Oh, my daughter listens to this group thanks to my brother-in-law called Suicide Boys. And the crap that comes out of that bedroom, I swear to God, it sounds like they're saying Yabba Dabba Doo from the Flintstones for like constant repeat. I just have to stand out there like, what the? And what's funny is I'll stand outside her door, and as soon as I pick up the phone to text her, she knows it's coming. The music stops and it goes to country. She knows I'm about to tell her, turn that garbage off.
Change it.
Yep.
I'll say, what is that? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning into my parents.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Do you karaoke, Michelle?
The last time I karaoke'd, it was for my 23rd birthday. COVID was happening. A group of us went to the strip club. And our Uber home was one of those Ubers that has like the disco ball and like the karaoke. Okay. Like the ones you see like online, like the video. Yeah. And like we're all obviously wasted. We're leaving the titty bar and stuff like that. We're heading home. And he put on like Don't Stop Believin' or something. Oh, there was like 6 of us in that minivan. We were just jamming out. It was probably like a 5-minute drive. We were right down the street from my house. But oh man, that was probably the last time I karaoke. We're doing like Journey or Shania Twain type of thing, like we're just gonna go full blast on that. I was like, I couldn't believe it when the door, like the van door opened. I was like, oh, it's my birthday. This is absolutely amazing. Balls and everything and karaoke. I was like, this is awesome. I love this.
Great question, Jeff. Every inquiring minds want to know that as well.
What purse goes well with Ryan's attire?
Let me see. Can you stand up and do a twirl for me?
Oh,
Don't be hating on my shirt that I got from Ruth Ann.
Oh, I like your shirt. Let's see. What do I? Okay, let's
Single
see.
stitch.
Let's see what we got.
he kind of reminds me of a Michael Kors guy for some reason.
Like a black Coach all over monogram with the leather. So it has a long,
like it.
like a biker chick type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Biker vibe to that.
And you got the freaking charm on there as well. This one's a good one.
Now you got to remember, his purse is going to contain a gaming controller, a vintage T-shirt, and some vintage hats. So he's got to be able to take that with him.
I know. I mean, we got the hats. We got plenty of hats. Our hat people go crazy, but you know, it's so crazy how much, like, when we go to the bins, how much it's changed even in just like the last few months. It used to be like every day we went and we would just be scoring. And now sometimes I'll leave with like 2 pieces of clothing. Like,
Now, do you contribute that because reselling is getting so big and noticing that there's just so many people at the bins now, or is it just
no, I think
are not there?
No, I think the items are there. I think the Goodwill is going through them and they are putting them online.
Yes.
1000%. They will snatch it out of your hand if they see you with a video game, anything video game related. They will. If you go to check out, they won't even weigh it. They'll just take it to the back. And I mean, they don't get everything.
That's crazy.
They miss a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that has a lot to do with it. Because I mean, you see Goodwill sells on Whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever looked at their online auctions, like on their website, like the bulk, like the purses. No. They'll do a bulk of Coach purses, and it just goes for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
So, but I mean, they miss stuff because obviously, like, we find it, but I mean, it's still, I don't think they do it with the clothes, but they do it a lot for the wares and like the purses and shoes. And it's a shame. And even like the thrift stores, like this stuff is given to you, and you're like, I don't know.
I've been picking up video games. It's funny that you said that because they've never checked our bags because they know that we're the plush people now there because we've been going there 3 or 4 times now. But the video games I just put down in the plush and never even paid attention to it. And they don't ever, they just weigh it and go. But I never thought about them taking it out of our hands because they do walk around and pay attention to it.
Yeah, well, I know like some bins they weigh your cart, but like at mine you have to sort it. Like, okay, clothes is in one bag. They weigh the clothes, and then all right, shoes. Even though shoes and purses are in the same row, they do them separately and like and stuff like that. So like I know people have hidden it in clothes and checked out with it. I mean, you're going to be paying more for it, but like, I mean, it's wrong. But I mean, I get it. I mean, it's. Like, is it wrong though?
It's not. They're getting it for free.
I mean,
they're wrong.
Is it wrong? It's wrong to steal. It's wrong to steal. But is it wrong what they're doing? Like, it's just crazy that
the things that we worry about now, and we've been paying attention to it because you go with 3, you come out with 3 bags of plush. They're usually averaging about the same. Plush isn't too heavy, so we're worried about the first time up there with the cart. I have a feeling we're being screwed with the cart weight.
I know, and I mean they'll tell you that we counted, but it's like
they'll tell you
do
what
you?
I did the last time we went up and I came home and reviewed what we did. I went this past time. I took everything out of the cart and I weighed it up on their scale. And it was like a $60 difference between the 3 purchases. And I was like, something's off with the cart. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because with mine. Okay, so for purses, it's $1.69 a pound. For purses, and then for wares, so that's going to be like your plusher stuff, it's $1.39 a pound. So I don't know what the clothes are, but the clothes isn't much. But they change the prices of those all the time. Like they'll be like, oh, there's a price increase. oh, there's a price increase. I'm like, oh, okay, what about a price decrease?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, the glass.
Yeah.
It's a straight price. It's
We're
$1.99.
We're $1.99 across the
pound.
board for everything. And
Yeah.
Wow.
so
yeah, I don't know. I forget what the clothes are, but I know the clothes are. I think it's the cheapest part of the clothes there.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, it's like lately, like we have been a lot pickier. Like before, I would just have overflow, and it was just like getting to a point where I was like, this is stupid, and a lot of it sits, or I end up selling at my yard sale. So like lately, we've been pickier, and if it's like a heavy item, it's like I need to know I'm gonna make X amount of money on it because like the weight of it. Like sometimes purses, we do pick them up if they are in bad condition. People will still pay for purses, even if there's a tear or filling, or they just want the zipper. Someone asked me my last purse show, they're like, I just want zipper pulls. I'm like, I will sit there with pliers at the bin. All the zippers. If you buy zippers, I will get you zippers. Like you just let me know and I'll get those for you. I told my husband that, like, I'll take the bag charms off the bags. If the bags are shitty and it's a good bag charm, they go for $25 themselves. The strap's good, I'll take the strap. I don't have to take the purse. I'd leave the purse. And I know people watch me and they think I'm crazy, but
hey,
yeah,
it weighs nothing and you're making money. That's all that matters.
Weighs nothing. Yeah, that's another thing. Like if I know it weighs literally nothing and I'm like, okay, I can run this for, lower. And that's our main thing that we focus on, is just trying to spend the least amount of money we can on our inventory so that we are able to do a $3 start, a $4 start, like I'm able to do it. And that's just our main thing when we are buying even purses. I will, I'll try to go as low as possible without being offensive to the people. Like I'm gonna offer you something, but I'm not gonna be offensive about it. But I'm gonna lowball you just a little bit. Like, we both gotta make money here, type of thing. So it usually always works out. I usually am honest that I'm a reseller. Not every time am I tell them I'm a reseller, but most of the time, if I can tell they were once resellers,
right,
and they're trying to get rid of their inventory, I'll be like, the game. Like I'm obviously, I need to make money. You need to make money. So like, let's work out a deal. And usually more than half the time it works out, in my favor. So I'm very lucky with that.
Yeah. Because they understand it as well.
Yeah.
So do we have any other questions? Do you have any questions for us at all?
How did you guys start Whatnot?
I started Whatnot through Alicia bringing it to my attention at first on Instagram. And then I got into Ryan and Christine's shows. So everything we do wrong, I learned from Ryan. Everything we do right, I learned from Christine. So, but that's how we started. I mean, I was like your husband. I was doing, in case you haven't heard, I did refurbished furniture. I would go to Marketplace. I would go to auctions and get the leftover furniture that nobody wanted and pay pennies on the dollar, come back and just refurbish it and flip it on Marketplace.
Yeah.
We would pay all our vacations that way. We'd make thousands of dollars from furniture over like a 3-month span. And then that's how we got started. We started on eBay for 3 years, and then Whatnot. And then Whatnot has just been so much fun. Like you said, eBay, you don't meet nobody.
Yeah. And then
Whatnot has been so much fun. We've met amazing people, and it's just continuing to make this journey so much enjoyable for us as hopefully a full-time job eventually. She is full-time now. I'm still working to get back to that point, because I'd rather work side by side with her as a coworker than to work for somebody else and make them the money anymore.
And that's what we did for most of our life, because we had our business before COVID, and we worked together. We were
17 years. She ran the office. I ran the outside and did everything else. We got to raise our kids from babies all the way up to this point. So it's a blessing, but I want to get back to that point. So
Yeah, no, I get it. I missed my daughter's first steps because I was at a restaurant working, and I was like, screw this. I will not ever miss anything ever again.
I was home for like almost all of my kids, most of their lives, like growing up. And it's like, then COVID hit, and 4 years I had worked at Target, and I felt like I missed so much in just those 4 years, because they would be in school. I would be home. I had to work, nights, and, I didn't work I would work weekends in the beginning. But then, I worked out a deal where I said, hey, if you want me to keep closing, you're going to have to give me some weekends because I need to see my kids. And so that's how I got into the yard sailing with him then, was that I had the weekends for free. But it was hard after being home, with my kids, while they were growing up, and to be gone. It was like a culture shock for me. I struggled with it. So, yeah.
What about Ryan and Christine? What did you guys get on, whatnot, and when?
I'm trying to think. Well, how long have we been on it? October will be 3 years.
Wow.
But we didn't take it serious.
Yeah.
Till like January or February after that.
Like people were talking
Just
about it.
Social media, it's people talking about it.
Yeah, you were just feeling it out.
Yeah, and like my first show, I had all the like McDonald's toys in the bags on the table, and a couple plush, and I mean, people were just in and out. No one was saying nothing, and I was like, I'm not doing this. This is stupid.
These people are mean to me. They're not talking to me. They're buying my stuff. How dare they?
Yes.
That's
And
so
then
crazy.
I don't know what got us to.
I don't either.
I don't remember.
It's been too long. I can't remember that.
I don't know. You just started doing garage sale trains, and like he just started
trying to get rid of the stuff that wasn't selling on
eBay.
Yeah.
Originally, that's what we started doing. Is like, okay, this has been on here for a year. It hasn't sold. Let's do that.
Yep.
I could not imagine like me, like with my inventory, like sitting on it. That's like my worst thing. I'm like, I want it gone. I want to buy it. I want it gone that day or the next day type of thing. And like just recently I had this bag, and I had 3 people wanting a bag from me. And the first person, oh, hello, how are you? The first person, we worked out a deal. And then, I was just like, hey, let's meet up. Let's finish this deal. I never heard nothing. And I was just like, okay, I'll give you a few days, I'm not just gonna, and then still nothing went by. I was just like, okay. So I'm like, I had 3 people interested. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the next person. I'm like, if you're just gonna not even reply, like that's just, my opinion, not good business. I'd rather you've been like, hey, I changed my mind, XYZ. So I went to the second person. I said, hey, you want the bag? They said, yeah, I want the bag. I said, thank you. Now the bag's gone.
Yep.
And like I had it for like 4 days. I just like, I don't have the space to hold inventory. We built this house and the garage, and my husband's never had a garage, and he has his husky toolbox and stuff like that. And I'm like, surprise, I'm taking it over and I'm filling it with plushies and giraffes. And I'm like, joke's on you, and you got to build me a shelf and all this stuff. And he's just like, I want my garage back.
Well,
you guys are so sweet.
Coco had a question. She wants to know where and what will be your new tattoo?
I really want to get my entire back done. Like, just like, I don't know with what. I would probably give my tattoo artist guy just like full, free hand, free draw, whatever he kind of wants. Like, still fitting with my theme of like floral and like whimsical and stuff like that. So I really want to get my entire back blasted.
Nice.
With ink. Yep. And then maybe like, my other shoulder. But my daughter's like, oh, do a sleeve. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. I want my back done, and then I'll go from there. Maybe my hip or something like that. But an eagle, yeah. Or like a nice tramp stamp, like the barbed wire type.
Ryan, show her how yours turned out.
Oh my goodness. I knew he was going there.
I used to want a tribal tattoo, and I'm so glad I never got one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't get my first tattoo until I was like 24 or something like that. I've always wanted tattoos. My parents were no. So this was a shock to them, type of thing. But now like my mom's like, it's just who you are. I'm like, yeah, I felt like this is what I'm supposed to look like. So I'm very happy with it. I love it. I get asked every day about it. People stare. They're like, did that hurt? I'm like, I'm like, no, it didn't.
Feels great.
People call us nuts when we say it's like therapy to us. Like sitting in that chair for a couple hours, it just, I don't know. For me, it doesn't hurt. It's relaxing for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was nice. I laid down. It was really nice. This one, I just had to sit like this, and the guy like stared at my nose the whole time. But he's my good friend. I don't think he minded. I don't think I had boogers. I made sure I didn't have boogers before I laid down. And I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Just let me know I'm in there. Like, but yeah, I don't know when the next one will be. They're freaking expensive, man.
Yeah.
Freaking expensive. And then the recovery is just the worst part. With the soap and the itchy and everything else. And that's honestly the worst part about getting a tattoo is the recovery. Not getting it, but just the recovery and waiting for it to heal. And you can, you're like, doing that instead of scratching it.
Well, before we jump off here, did you catch the Royal Rumble?
Did I what?
Did you catch the last episode of us with everybody doing the Rumble? Did you catch that at all?
I don't think I did. I think it was past my bedtime when you guys were doing that.
Wanted to get your thoughts on it because we plan on doing it some more. Christine's going to participate. She's been talking a lot of smack, so we got to start building this up again.
Okay. I didn't like not being in it. I wanted to be in it so bad. It was so much fun, and I was like, the next one, I'm being in it. I don't care.
Yeah, so we want you involved as well. So I just
all right, give me all the details. I'm there.
Yes, we'll do because it's a lot of fun. So
it is fun.
Yep. Does anybody have any final questions for awesome Michelle? If not, then this will be the time. Ryan, you guys got any more questions for Michelle?
Nope, I think I asked everything I had.
I'm happy we got to meet you in person.
Yeah.
I know. It was so nice to meet you guys. I really appreciate you asking me to be here and talking to me, asking me the questions. I'm just a regular person selling stuff I think is cute type of vibe.
We're all the same when it comes to that. So.
Yeah, and I appreciate everyone's friendship and support, supporting me and stuff like that. And you guys are just awesome.
Well, we want to thank you for coming and spending time with us out of your busy schedule, Miss Rockstar.
No, I'm not. I'm really just nobody. I really am.
Don't say that because you are. Hey, don't have that mentality, lady. You are. You're kicking ass. Keep it going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's keep it going.
Let's see where. Yep. So we look forward.
Make sure you go over to Whatnot and give Michelle Collects a follow. Michelle Collects LLC.
I got to get my thumb. I'll get my thumb for you guys.
Yeah, get your thumb, Michelle.
There you go.
Thumbs up in the chat. Yay.
Thumbs up in the chat.
Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate you here at the We Don't Give a Flip podcast. Michelle, thank you again for spending time with us.
Thank you guys so much.
We look forward to meeting you one day, and we can't wait. I'll definitely see you in your shows coming up and saying hey to you. So thank you again. Appreciate you.
Y'all take care.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Take care, everybody. Appreciate you all.
Good night, guys.
God bless y'all. Take care. Have a great weekend.